I'm joined by Karti Chidambaram, Member of Parliament from Lok Sabha, in this edition of On Point. Thank you, Karti Chidambaram, for joining us. And the issue we are taking up today is that is it fair to say that the opposition members are not getting time to speak in Parliament? And secondly, they're also not being shown by the Lok Sabha TV. So the first question straight away to you is it correct that somehow the members of opposition parties are not being shown on Lok Sabha TV?
See, the first fundamental issue is that the opposition we want to raise 3 or 4 issues in Parliament. We are being denied that time. We want to talk about Pegasus. We want to talk about the farm bills. We want to talk about the fuel price hike. But those aren't being brought up for discussion. Government wants to go about its routine business of passing its bills. The government has the numerical strength. We acknowledge that. But there are other pressing issues which we want to bring up before the nation, and that we are not being allowed to do that is very disappointing. And that is why Parliament is being stalled on a daily basis. And of course, on television, what you see is you do not see the protest of the Parliament. You're only shown the speaker and the ruling party, because the camera is only focusing on the speaker. You don't really show our protest. I mean, that itself is censorship. It's censorship and withholding the truth from the nation. And the reason we are protesting is because these 3 issues which are vital. And
you have used a very strong word, censorship.
It is censorship, of course, censorship. It's the speaker and the Lok Sabha secretariat chooses only to show a certain version of what's happening in Parliament and not showing the whole picture where we are protesting and raising issues which need to be discussed urgently and immediately.
Are you saying that?
See, in parliamentary parlance, there is always something known as, everybody who's followed parliamentary democracy would know that. They would say that the government can have its way. We understand that. But the opposition must have its say. You are denying the opposition its say, and you're also denying the people of India from viewing Parliament in a holistic manner.
Newspaper reports have come that out of the 45 minutes or 46 minutes of Lok Sabha, only 72 seconds were dedicated to showing opposition members.
See, that is because we have not formally spoken also. We have not formally participated in any debate because we have been giving adjournment motions saying that we want to adjourn the routine business of the House and discuss the pressing issues of the day, which are Pegasus, price rise and the farm bills, and now the rape which has happened in Delhi.
But are you saying that the cameras are being manipulated? That the Treasury venture?
No, the cameras are not being made. They are recording everything. But what they are transmitting is decided by the Secretariat and the Speaker. And they are showing a version of it. I mean, it's like in cricket. You could have 20 cameras around the ground. And if you could just be focusing only on the, on a particular player and not showing the rest of the players on the field, it's exactly like that. But it's not a holistic view of Parliament.
But a lot of people would say that this practice was started during Congress time in Rajya Sabha, where then Hamid Ansari inserted a button whereby, he would block the proceedings and only he would be shown.
I mean, aren't these people better than us? Isn't that why they've got the mandate? Aren't they supposed to be, more liberal than us? Aren't they supposed to be more global than us? Aren't they supposed to be more open than us? And they are a superior political party with a superior leader and with a superior vision. Why do you blame us? Every time we raise an issue on anything about it, you'll always say it was like this in the Congress time. So does it mean that the Congress can't raise any issue at all? Then who can raise these issues? Which political party can raise an issue? Only a political party which has never been in government can potentially raise an issue. I mean, this is whataboutery. If I talk about inflation, you say price rise was there even during your time. If I say about some sort of riot, you say riots happened during your time. So what is the issue we can raise then?
Because the basic issue is unless and until people get to know what's happening inside the Parliament, they will have no idea as to what led to those issues. Now, people only get to see altercations. The other side of the argument is, and let me put this to you, one part of the argument is it's about the dignity of the House. Other part of the argument is, if you don't show the dissenting voice, then what's the point of Parliament functioning and people knowing that there are other 200, 300 MPs or 250 odd MPs not concurring on the issue?
The point is that we want adjournment motions. Why is this government not accepting a single adjournment motion we want to bring? I mean, do they believe that these 3 issues which we want to discuss are not important enough? Do they believe that the people of India don't deserve a debate on these issues? Do they believe that the opposition parties can't raise these issues? That is what the people of India need to know. This government wants only certain versions of India to be seen by the public. This is the government which built a wall when Trump came to Ahmedabad. They didn't want President Trump to see the certain sites in Ahmedabad, and they built a wall, didn't they? So this government is known for its censorship, and this is one more form of censorship.
Or is it, Karti, about the fact that people have got this idea that once you have a parliamentary majority, that's end of it, it's not about the debates which happen in the parliament. It's not about people can still choose to differ. MPs or parties can still choose to differ despite being, despite losing Lok Sabha elections, Is that idea come to stay that you have a simple majority and well, that's it? It settles everything.
It seems to be that, and also because of the party whip, because all parties vote according to the whip. So individual MPs don't exercise their right and intelligence in voting on bills. So there is no, I can make the most persuasive argument on the floor of the House, but nobody's going to be, change their mind. They're all going to vote according to party line. That itself, in my opinion, and I think Manish Tiwari wrote an article recently, MPs must be, freed from the party whip. I concur with him. I think except for a vote of confidence, I think all MPs must be free to vote according to how they believe on any particular issue. Otherwise, after the majority is formed, why do we need to even convene? Because the majority will always get its way and they're going to vote according to party lines. There's no need for any debate. There's no need for anything. I mean, we can all convene after 5 years and see who's got a majority and they can go ahead and form a government. So I completely agree with Manish in his article when he said that party MPs must be freed from the tyranny of the whip. I mean, this applies to all political parties.
And my last question to you, because whoever becomes the speaker, whoever comes to power will control the optics. So should that optic be independent of who is in power in context of Lok Sabha?
I think so. I think while the speaker is technically the custodian of the Lok Sabha, I think the optics needs to be a little bit more holistic. I think that's why the television channel there must be, which is given the mandate to broadcast, must be independent and they must be able to show a holistic picture. I'm not saying we should have a monopoly of the viewing should be on the opposition, but at least it must be holistic and it must be fair and there must be parity. There must be parity in what visuals is shown to the nation.
Thank you, Mr. Chidambaram, for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.